big opening game on Friday.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in that game?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, we're just looking forward to playing. I think when you see, the guys open up last night and you see the games on TV and you're kind of waiting your turn and they're tired of practicing, and the exhibition games were fun, but now it's time for real, and to play in the preseason NIT is exciting for us, and it's another opportunity, so we're looking forward to getting it going on Friday.
Any changes to the lineup?
No, we'll start the same people that we've been starting and continue to try and use a lot of different combinations, but we'll start with the same group.
Can you expect the same amount of minutes from each player, or is it a little bit more from starters?
Yeah, it's hard to judge now. We went into those games with a predetermined idea on minutes. Now you got to go out and win the game, and we'll play whoever we have to play as many minutes as possible. Obviously, I would anticipate you're going to see a lot more Bridget than you have up to this point. So we'll see how the game dictates it, and foul trouble and all those other things. And when you play your first game, you don't know what to expect. Niagara last year was almost all zone, and last night they played all man. So you just got to kind of plan for everything and not be surprised by anything. And whatever happens, you adjust on the fly in the game. But we're going to work on everything we can and hopefully be ready to go.
When you have this much experience kind of returning, what do you look for as far as progress made in these early games here?
Well, I think the biggest thing, John, is that we, improve day to day. The turnaround will be quick. We're going to play, sit, play. So you want your maturity in practice. You want to see how we internalize game plans. We want to be as multiple as we can on offense and defense, and we're going to see how they do that. And obviously against teams that you don't see a lot, and you have to do it based a lot on what you do for yourself in practice, because your scouting reports are not going to be as in-depth as they are when you get down into conference play.
Coach, a couple thousand kids here on field trips. You've had kids, you've had grandchildren. There's going to be some energy in the building, isn't it?
Yeah, there'll be some energy in the building. I don't know if they're going to need as much sugar as a lot of people, but yeah, it'll be loud. Hopefully that they're sort of paying attention to the game. I know that's an issue with my kids and my grandkids, but it's fun. They do a great job, and it's fun for one of the things that I learned a long time ago when I came here was you worry about your fans, but you also spend a lot of time courting future fans. And every one of these kids coming in here someday hopefully will be future Cyclone fans, future Iowa State students. And for a lot of them, it'll be their first exposure to a college basketball game, and hopefully it'll be entertaining, and hopefully it'll be one that they'll enjoy and have a lot of good memories.
When did you guys start doing that game? Because I know you've been a big advocate.
We've done it for a few years. We've always tried to do it. It's kind of an initiative you see a lot in women's basketball now. And the administration agreed to do it, and we like to do like a Friday noon kind of thing. And some of it, to be honest with you, is necessitated with our men playing. Everyone wants to play opening day, and the guys have a game Friday night, and so one thing leads to the other. And we've had a good working relationship with the school districts, and our marketing staff does a good job of putting it together and pulling all this together so you can get them to the game, but then you got to get them back so they can get on the buses to go home. So a lot of moving parts, and hopefully it'll come off like it has in the past.
In the exhibitions, we saw kind of what you foreshadowed with Jade Thurman. Like, she turned the ball over a few times. She made some pretty exciting plays. How was her progress? And as you mentioned you wanted to slow her down a little bit. How has that been going?
It's been going okay. I think every day you're going to see some really good stuff, some really bad stuff. We have to do a better. I have to do a better job of maybe putting her in positions where she can relax a little bit. I think the system has kind of overwhelmed her some. So we got to do some things, maybe simplify our offense a little bit. We're trying to put together a package of stuff just for her. We have a package for Bridget at point guard. We have a lot of different things. So, some stuff that we can do when she's in the game where she's comfortable. And then the other thing that has to happen, when you have a new player, the kids around her have to help too. It's not just falls on her shoulders. So, Brock Purdy's a great quarterback, but the other 10 guys got to help too. So, that's the same thing we're trying to get with Jade, and hopefully she can relax and play the kind of game that she's capable of playing.
Is she still going to see some time at point guard?
Yeah, she'll see some time. Like I said, we're trying to figure out, if they're a zone team, you probably wouldn't see her as much unless, she does better against a man than a zone, and Ray does better against a zone than a man. So we just have to find some minutes because Lex is limited to about 20. So we just got to find enough minutes to fill that spot.
Have you had to do more of that this year in catering like different plays to certain players, or do you do that normally?
That's a pretty normal thing for us. This year we have a few more options, but it's always been, our game card is pretty complicated, and we have built-in packages for every player, every personnel grouping, so to speak. So hopefully we can find those right groups with the right people in the right situations, and Jade's certainly one of those kids that needs that.
How's Meredith Burkall's conditioning been since she got back?
I tell you, you won't know the difference. I mean, you really won't. She's been going full go since middle of September. Hasn't missed a practice. Hasn't missed a rep. She says she feels good, and up to this point, if you came every day, you'd never notice anything that was going on. So she's good to go, and she's always been about a 20-minute a game player. So I don't think that's going to change. So it's been exciting to see her play, and I think to have a newfound enthusiasm as a senior for what she went through. But she's ready to go.
Talking about the boys, your sons a little bit.